Welcome to Collecting Chaos. It's the Eternal Mylite project. I've got 30 comics to show you, and I've got a couple of their updates on some comics that I was working on. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, let's do an update real quick. This is Kid Colt Outlaw, number 136. It needed a clean, it needed a press, it needed to this long tear sealed. Now, I tried using the methyl cellulite or cellulose, and it sealed about this much of it, and the rest of it was loose, and I just didn't like the way it worked out. So I was having trouble getting it off, so I went ahead and said, well, you know what? I'll just go ahead and give the comic a bath. And I did. And I was able to get all the methyl cellulite off, or cellulose off, and then I went ahead and used the mending tissue to seal the crack. I mean, yeah, that's technically a tape, and in theory would give you a problem if you got it graded, but since I don't grade my comics anyway, I don't see how it makes any difference. It is going to make the comic last a lot longer. And then, of course, there was a spine split here and a spine split there that I wasn't going to fix, but I went ahead and did it anyway since I had the comic apart. So it's in a lot better shape now. Will probably last another 20 to 30 years. People wonder why I like old westerns. Well, look at who wrote it. Dennis O'Neil. Dick Ayers. Yeah, it's good stuff. So there's an update on that. That's the first of two updates. I'll do the other one a little bit later in the show. You go ahead and put this in a Mylite. So it can be added to my collection. There is something I don't like about doing a bath, and I'll explain that a little bit later when soaking the comic. It does do some damage that people don't expect. But let's get on with the Eternal Mylite project. We're going to start out today with Captain America comic, number 271. It's by Alan Kupperberg, did the pencils. These Captain Americas, for some reason, aren't worth that much, but I like them. You know, this is a time when I actually liked Captain America. And then here's number 272. Kind of a neat cover. The rats are definitely going after him. Mike Zeck. Mike Zeck. There you go. How about that? For all you Mike Zeck fans that didn't know, he did Captain America for a number of years. But I think this was his first Captain America comic. I would have to check on that. Number 273. Zeck cover, obviously. Z-E-C-C right there. And he's with the Howling Commandos. Mike Zeck penciler. David Croft did the stories, and I liked his writing. So don't ask me to sell you these comics, okay? Just don't even ask. They're going in my collection. I like Captain America. I don't like Captain America enough to actively collect it, but that doesn't mean I want to sell the ones that I have. I'm trying to get a better focus on it. This is number 274. The red doesn't focus very well for some reason. Again, Mike Zeck. Art. $275, and I have a pretty decent run of these. These are from the early 80s. 276, I think it was from 1982. Yep. 277, Prisoner of Zemo. 278, MZ, Mike Zeck. John Beatty did the inking on it. 279, and I have 2 copies of this. Not sure why. But that doesn't mean I'm ready to get rid of one. Well, not until I decide what the grades are anyway. Number 281. And I have 2 copies of that. Number 282. Yeah, not crazy about the way that cover is on, but hey, that's the way it came. $283, like this cover. $284. This might be one of my favorite Mike Zeck covers, as far as Captain America covers go. And Sal Buscema did the breakdowns on this, so Zeck did the cover, but Buscema did the interior. Number 285. Let's take a break. Show you another comic I was working on. This one, of course, I gave it a bath. This was actually one of my candidates for cover of the week. Gave it a bath. Now here's the part I don't like about soaking a comic. A lot of times it'll take the gloss off the comic. It is what it is. You get a cleaner comic in a little bit better shape, probably lasts longer, but the color gloss is almost completely gone. It still has stains on it because I didn't want to soak it too many times. The inks were coming off from whatever it was that was on the comic, so I didn't want to soak it too much. I soaked it for about 30 minutes, took it out, dried it, pressed it, yeah, put it back together. So, like I said, the color gloss is almost completely gone on it, but I don't have another copy of it, so this is a good one to add to my collection. And of course you put it in Mylar and nobody knows that there's no color gloss because the Mylar just makes everything look better. So we'll set that up here because it's still in the running for cover of the week. Back to Captain America, number 286. This one has Deathlock in it. Again, Mike Zeck cover. Looks a little bit like his interior also, but I'm not going to swear to that. Yep, Mike Zeck pencils. What is that on the inside? Oh, it's a Maxell Bubble Licious free tape offer. Number 287, Captain America versus Deathlock. J.M. DeMatteis did the writing and Mike Zeck is doing pencils again. So it's like he took a couple of months off, you know. It happens. Number 288. 289, and this was their assistant editor's month. Notice the swipe from DC Comics from the 60s. Yeah. $290. I'm missing number. Am I missing one? No, it goes through. John Byrne did the cover on that. Number 291. We're up to 1984. Herb Trimpe did the interior on this one, or Herb Trimpe, however you want to pronounce it. One of, in my opinion, the most underrated artists in comics. $292. Can you tell me a famous comic that nearly everyone wants in their collection that Herb Trimpe did? If you can, put it in comments down below. I'd be interested in hearing the answer and see if it's right. Captain America King Size Annual number 5. Gene Colan pencils. Yay! One of my favorites. Gene Colan is one of my all-time favorite artists. Captain America Annual number 6 from 1982. And this one has the Invaders in it. Captain America Annual number 7. With that Bubblicious ad in it. See, there it is. If you decide to press these, you got to be careful. It's really important that you put something in here to absorb this. Otherwise, you'll end up with a crease running right down the inside. Here's one from 1980. It's the Captain Canuck First Summer Special from 1980. Isn't that neat? Pretty clean, pretty nice shape. Now here's Captain Marvel number 30. Jim Starlin, writer, artist, colorist. No, Patrick, you can't have it. It's part of my Captain Marvel collection, which starts with issue number 1. I am missing a few issues. I have to get them, and I will eventually. Captain Marvel 31. This is from March of 1974, by the way. And it has a little note here. Note to consistency freaks. Moon has returned from space where we left her meditating in Daredevil number 108. And then here's Captain Marvel number 34. And I really need a better copy of this. Introducing Nitro, the man who killed Captain Marvel. Which should be Captain Marvel, but, you know, whatever. Jim Starlin, everything except. Yeah. So there you go. That's my 30 comics for today's video. There was something else I was going to do. Oh yeah. Covers of the week. Yeah. Each of them got a couple of votes, which is cool. That means it's up to me to decide. This one I did a lot of work to, and I'm kind of fond of it, but I don't think it's as good as this Green Lantern cover, so number 82 is not going to get it. So we have Archie's Pals and Gals and Green Lantern number 63. Now, if this was one of the double entendre covers, no question, it would have been cover of the week without a doubt, because it's really cool. But, you know, it's not. I am going to wash this one, and I'll give you a little closer look at it in a few minutes. And this one is Green Lantern 63. This one is going to be my cover of the week, simply because, yeah, yellow. We all know that Green Lantern's ring doesn't work against the color yellow. So, interested to reread this story because I know I've read it before, but I don't read it. I don't remember it. It is done by my third favorite Green Lantern artist. He's tied for third. My number one favorite Green Lantern artist is, of course, Gil Kane, who did it originally. Number 2 is Neal Adams. Number 3, Jack Sparling. And my brain is not working. I can't think of the other guy. But, yeah. So, there you go. Green Lantern number 63, my cover of the week. So that concludes the Eternal Mylite project for today. I will show you this a little bit better. We're going to zoom in so I can show you some spots on it. Notice the water stain here. And here. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove this cover, and I'm going to wash the cover. But I want you to take a look at the gloss of the cover. See how nice and gloss and shiny it is? And then we'll look at it again. See, when I do that, you get a really nice shine on it. When I show it again, you'll probably notice that gloss, a lot of it's gone. So that's why I'm not crazy about washing covers, but it is one of the only ways to get water stains out. There's another tide mark here. Little leery about it. It does have some weak spots on the edge there. I don't really have a way to reinforce that before I wash it, so I'll probably end up putting it back on. So yeah, that's it. Now, I release videos 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and conduct a live stream on Thursday evenings. This week, I'm going to do kind of a mini auction with just 2 or 3 people, myself and maybe 2 others. You know, after you watch my video, don't forget, hit that bell notification, you know, and subscribe, comment. Hit the bell notification. Make sure you don't miss anything that I might do. And if you'd like to, yeah, I've got a link for Patreon on there. You can join that. I do offer free shipping at the $25 level. So if you join Patreon and you buy something from me, you don't have to pay shipping for that entire month that you're a member. If you continue it, then you never pay shipping. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's not. But if you run, you know, if your shipping is like $30, $35, that would be pretty good. Or, you know, you could buy me a cup of coffee if you want. It'll help support the channel, help me continue it, and maybe even just do this full time and not have to worry about going to a job every day. We'll see. That's a long way in the future. We'll see what happens. Finally, don't forget, before you handle your comics, your cards, collectibles, toys, whatever it happens to be that you're into, make sure you wash your hands. It's good for whatever you collect. Most of all, it's good for your health. And that's really important. So we'll see you next video. Bye.